Hey there, if you follow our videos on our YouTube channel or on our website, 5mrealty.com, you know my name is Scott Talley. I'm owner-broker here at 5Market Realty, where we like to do market update videos. We also do videos of our new listings. We post them on our YouTube page. If you're interested in anything involving the Athens area real estate market, Oconee County, areas around Athens, be sure to click subscribe. You'll be notified when we have a new update video or new listings. But here we are today. It is Friday, January 17th. And I want to talk about the real estate market in 2024, kind of understanding what the new real estate market looks like and what can we expect to see in 2025. So let's get started here today. As you know, I like to get all of our information from the Athens MLS, if you follow these, and that's where this information is coming from. And I basically just went back and looked at 2024. We also like to compare it to the years past to see what's changing in our market. Now, this is just the Athens MLS, and this is Clark and Oconee County. And overall, 2024 was a better year. 2023 for Athens, Clark, Oconee was worse. But what we've seen here is new listings, some good signs. We saw over 2,000 listings, over 2,100 actually, which is almost 11% over the year before, and almost in line with 2022, which was before the interest rate hikes and was a better year. Days on market, which is good for home buyers, getting up to 45 days, about a 7% increase. Of course, the prices continue to be high, with the average price being $487 in Clark and Oconee County combined. And the total home sales was up almost 10% as well at 1,624. So one of the things you might have heard if you follow real estate is that home sales are down across the nation, and they were the lowest amount of home sales, which we'll show you in a later slide, maybe since the 90s. But in our area, Clark and Oconee County, we actually saw almost a 10% increase over 2023. What's happening to the real estate market is different areas of the country are going to experience different things. I also want to show you Athens and Oconee and how different they can be, because years ago, when we first started doing these, I combined Clark and Oconee County to get our information, our data. The reality is they're really very different markets. And I just want to demonstrate that, because look at the amount of new listings in Athens versus Oconee County. 1,468 to 646. Days on market is lower in Clark County at 43 compared to 51. And then the average sold price, drastically different as well, 644 in Oconee County, 421. Total amount of home sales, 1,143 to 482. Very different, but for practical purposes, because the way our community works, we do look at them combined for a lot of the numbers to track. So one of the things I wanted to do is take a look at two things: month over month of new listings and month over month home sales over the last 3 years. That's what this graph, this colorful green, red, and blue is doing. So follow me here. Red is 2022, blue 2023, and green is 2024. These are listings that have come on the market each month. Looking here at the red, this is going to be before 2022 interest rate hikes. Starting off the year in January slow, but then getting February, March, April, May. That's what we would see. Then, as you can see right here in June, a very good summer with a lot of listings coming to market. This is the interest rate hikes coming right down here, that red line. The blue line, 2023, is another turbulent year that we saw less home sales in our area and less listings. So you can see this blue line is below red. And then right here is where it really has a bad summer, 2023. And then green, the first thing I want you to know, green is 2024. Look at how we started the year with the listings, 2024. Very optimistic, very strong start of the year. And just look at this green line, how much more of a calmer line it is. The up and down of the red and the blue demonstrates the turbulence in the market. We're getting to a little more normalcy. And while we did end the year with less listings, that's what we're supposed to do. That's how it's supposed to happen. That green line is a little calmer. Let's go here and let's look at the monthly home sales. Now, again, the blue is 2023. Colors are all the same. And as you can see, in 2023, we were well below the monthly home sales, kind of married together in June and July, and then fell off. Look at the red here with the green. Red, 2022 before interest rate hikes, this part of the year. Look at where the green was last year for 2024. Even in May, we married right with 2022, kind of the end of the frenzied real estate market in 2022. And then that green line comes down. What this green line represents here in June and July under the red and the blue is we had a bad summer. We wound up better than 2023, but generally we didn't have as good of a year as we were forecasted to. And nationwide, they definitely did not. But the Athens and Oconee market, Jackson County, much more resilient. Now, we've also been doing this where I've been tracking the monthly inventory of homes for sale and been doing this a while. And basically, this is the amount of homes that are actively on the market in the Athens MLS for Clark and Oconee County. Now, at one time, getting just to 290 was a big deal because we were below 200 on homes for sale. But look here at this red line. what's going on here is, we're starting the year at 342 homes on the market. Our inventory is normalizing. And if we have 342 homes on the market in January, because today's January 17th, then we could have over 500 homes on the market by March, by April or May. That's possible. And that's going to be a lot more balanced market for buyers and sellers. We need more inventory, and this inventory increase is a sign of a balancing market. Now, one of the things we like to do is get information from Keeping Current Matters. And that's what I'm going to do here. Already stuck with me for 5 minutes, but I want to give you some information on what we are thinking for 2025 and what some others are forecasting. We're going to start here with a quote from Greg McBride, Chief Financial Analyst at Bankrate. Most areas will still lean towards a seller's market due to limited inventory. However, those markets that have seen a surge in inventory will definitely be more of a buyer's market and susceptible to price declines. So remember when I said earlier that the real estate markets are going to be different around the country? In 2020 and 2021, everything was a frenzy, seller's market. Areas like Miami have seen huge increases in inventory, and the market is turning into a buyer's market. Florida has a condo problem. You can remember when the condo fell in Miami, the building? Well, now they have a rule that's impacting HOAs and assessments, and a lot of condos are coming to the market. In some cases, the assessment is higher than the actual value of the condo. That's a problem in that market. But here in Athens, we have a different market, a little different things going on. Things are going to be different here than they are in other parts of the country. This is the forecasted mortgage rates, and I'm not a big fan of forecasting. Things can change and that we don't see coming. But right now, if you look here, this is Redfin, CoreLogic, Wells Fargo, Fannie Mae, Mortgage Bankers Association. Nobody in 2025 is forecasting rates below 6%. I would probably agree with that, not being able to, know exactly what's going to happen in the future. If I'm a gambling man, I'm going to agree with what they're saying there. This is something I made a point to talk about with our agents, and I also want to make a point here in this video. Mortgage rates by the decade. So this is the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, and then the 2000s. This white line represents the current rate here in about mid-January, 6.9%. And what I want to show you is, while that interest rate is not historically high, you got over 12% in the 80s, over 8% here in the 70s, that white line is above the 2000s and the 2010s. I started in real estate in 2004. So what that means is essentially my 20 years in real estate, interest rates have never been this consistently high. And what that means is there is something in the brain that buyers and sellers are going to have to understand and realize in a new market, because psychologically, while 6.5% to 7% is not a high rate, it feels high based on what people have been living in for 20 years. That's sort of something we're going to have to realize as we go through this market. We've been in the market change. Now, inventory should continue to grow. This is the year-over-year inventory increase sourced Realtor.com. 2024, 15%, and expecting about 11%, almost 12% increase in 2025. Another quote here from Mike Simonson, Altos Research. 2025 is poised to continue the trend of rising inventory across the country. We'll probably finish 2025 with 15% more homes available than we have now. I just kind of demonstrated that to you on one of our past slides about our local market, having 342 homes for sale. And if that's January, we are positioned to probably have most homes on the market we've had since at least 2014 or 13. We'll come here one more slide, I believe. The total home sales forecast to rise. Now, what happened last year nationwide? Look at this, 2024, 4.6 million home sales, less than 2023, significantly less than 2019 through 2021. As a matter of fact, I've heard that was the smallest amount of home sales since before 2000. But here in Athens, what did I say? In our area, we actually saw an increase over 2023. These markets are starting to act very local. 2021 is over. We're in a new real estate market. You need to pay attention to where you live, what's happening there. How is the economy in your part of the country, your part of the state? They are forecasting that we're going to see a little better year nationwide. I would probably agree with that, regardless of what the economy does. I just feel like we've been in the interest rate climate long enough that people are starting to realize this is where we are. So we're going to end the video there. I'm really glad you stuck with me for this long. I'm covering my own head here, but this is our group, 5Market Realty, 5Realty.com. It's January. We have people that are kind of getting ready to talk about when the house is going on the market. We have UGA parents that are buying condos and buying those properties. Investors are coming back into the market. And of course, we have people that are in the market to buy. So reach out to anybody here can help you. Info at 5mrealty.com. Be sure to click subscribe. And thank you for listening to me ramble on for 9 minutes and 40 seconds.